So I'm in Seville at the moment. We were due to fly back to London yesterday afternoon about 1:30. About an hour before that, started to see the reports on Twitter and on the news that there were some air traffic control problems. So obviously at that point we started to think there was going to be quite a lengthy delay. We were told to crack onto the gate as normal, which we did. Thought that they weren't going to board us, to be honest. We thought we'd end up sitting in the terminal for a while, but they put us on the plane, and then as soon as we got on the plane, the pilot came over the tannoy and said that we'd been given a potential departure time of 10 p.m, which at that point would have meant sitting on the plane on the tarmac for 8 hours. But then he also added that the cabin crew and the flight crew only had 3 hours left of their allotted quota of hours per day, so he said that we'd basically have to sit there for 3 hours on the chance that maybe a slot would open up, and if it didn't in that time then everyone would have to get off. No slot opened up, so at the end of the 3 hours they sent buses to bus us back to the terminal. We went back through passport control and security. They said go to the EasyJet check-in desk. Once you're there they'll be able to give you all the advice on your next steps. Once we got there though, the staff didn't have a clue. They just basically told us that the only information they could give was that there was no information. Told to kind of loiter around, just kind of sitting around in the terminal for hours into the evening. Obviously had a few more conversations with the staff. They were a bit of a loss to explain why the flight just hadn't been cancelled. Obviously numerous other flights on the board and all around the world and stuff had been. So yeah, just before 10 o'clock it finally went up on the boards at the airport that the flight had been cancelled. We've been told by the staff before that once it was cancelled, that was kind of the green light for us to crack on and book our own flights and accommodation if we wanted to, that we'd then be able to claim back. Obviously by this point all the flights direct out of here over the next couple of days had already been snapped up, so we ended up securing some flights for Thursday and a hotel until then. But by the time we went to bed last night, we still had no official confirmation from EasyJet on the app or by email or text or anything that our flight had been outright cancelled. It was still showing as an unspecified delay. And that's where we are really now this morning, just waiting to see what today holds really.